Let's talk about the neck. Get your massage guns on high. When we are approaching the body on a more diagonal or parallel angle, we have to be very careful not to catch the skin in here. It's happened a few times for me, so I want to make sure that you're careful. So when you're coming at the body, try to stay more diagonal instead of parallel to it. So we're going to start off with the SCM, sternocleidomastoid. For that, we're going to have to either activate it just like that isometrically, or you can concentrically contract it. But first, you're going to want to make sure that you grab the massage gun this way. So look at the ball, put your thumb over like this, and grab it this way. What that's going to do is when you're coming at this muscle, we're coming actually at a nice diagonal angle, and we're not going to be pounding into the throat. So make sure you grab the massage gun this way. We're going to activate. So this is now for the tension sensors. If you also need to put a little tension in there, that's fine. Get that muscle. 6 to 10 seconds. Pressing very lightly, just enough to make that muscle vibrate. For the length sensors, we're going to make the same move where we just drop our heads and look what's over there, but this time we're not going to activate it. We're going to let these muscles in the back, we're going to let these guys hold our head down. So now this is nice and soft. I can come at it again from a back angle and get that to reset its length sensors. Let's get the scalenes. Now the scalenes attach to the side of our spine here and go down into our first couple ribs here. We want to make sure we get at it right about here where the neck kind of curves down and gets into the shoulder. You're going to bring your gun and come from the back this way until you get to it. Coming from the front, again, you could possibly hit your throat, so I want you to try to go more from the back side, kind of like that. So we're going to put a little sideways pressure on there. They'll activate. Now I'm coming from the back and grabbing them on the side right there. So I'm on the side of the neck. For the length sensors, we're going to drop our head to that side, slightly rotate it away. So this is nice and soft. Again, we're going to come more from the back and get into that almost sideways. You want to make sure you're very relaxed. In fact, if you want to put a little overpressure from the other side, that'll get your neck to really flex on that side, and get that for 6 to 10 seconds. We're coming around to the trap and the levator scapula. To know where to place the ball of the gun on the traps and levator scapula, all you have to do is have your index finger touch your neck when you place your hand on your shoulder here. And then where these two fingers land is where you're going to want to place the ball. For the trap and the levator scapula, the levator attaches into our side of our spine here up high and comes down and attaches into the corner of our shoulder here. So we want to make sure that we're close to that corner because the belly of the muscle is kind of right close to that shoulder corner. And the trap will be perfect because it's right in the way there. So it's going to be right on that same spot. We're going to get both of them. You want to make sure that you turn your head away slightly, put a little pressure. So my head's trying to go this way and my hand's stopping it. Lift your shoulder up and really kind of bring that shoulder back a little bit and place the gun just off the neck right on that shoulder or the trap hump. 6 to 10 seconds, putting about 1 to 2 pounds of pressure, just letting that vibrate. To get the length sensors for these guys, we're going to drop our head to that side, slightly let it roll back. You want to put your arm up on something, drop your head back a little bit, and come in into that same spot with about maybe 3 pounds of pressure. You don't have to press very hard. 6 to 10 seconds. For the muscles along the back of the spine here, we're going to be using the fork. There are two ways to do this. First way, I'm going to show you with the fork this way. You're going to put the prongs on either side of the spinous processes. So you're going to want to make sure that this is where you're going with the fork. Very little pressure here. We're dealing with sensitive areas here. We have nerves and things that we don't want to be pounding on too much. And most of all, you want to place, for some that are more sensitive, you want to place 3 fingers at the base of the skull. And you don't want to go anywhere above those 3 fingers. For those that are not as sensitive, you can just put 1 thumb right there and do not go where the thumb is. Because oftentimes, if we go in that C1 area, we're going to be causing more issues like headaches to happen more often as opposed to solving the problems. So we're going to activate these muscles. You can do it by offering some resistive pressure. You're going to then place the gun on, and you can go as low as you can reach here. T2, T1, 6 to 10 seconds each spot. Go up to C6. When you're doing T1, you're also feeling it for T7. When you're doing C6, you're doing C5, C4, and C3. And you're going to start to notice that your vision's kind of getting blurry. And as you get close to that C2, you don't want to go any higher. 6 to 10 seconds, very little pressure. Now, for the length sensors, we're going to want to make sure that this is nice and relaxed. So we have to tilt our heads back and check that these are nice and soft. Now, when we're soft in the muscles, we don't want to pound any higher than 2 fingers here. So we're going to place the gun on. Make sure the muscles are nice and soft. Stay relaxed. If you're seated, this is much easier. Go up a little bit. And that usually takes care of it. We cannot go any higher than that. Now, the second way to do this is to have the gun or the fork in this way. And the way you're going to do this is you're going to grab the gun like this. When you put your arms up over your head, the forearms can offer resistance against the head. So as you do that, you can intense up these muscles, and your gun will be placed in exactly the spots you need them. Just like that for 6 to 10 seconds. And you can go higher. 6 to 10 seconds. Make sure you stay below those 3 fingers, or for some that are not as sensitive, below the thumb, underneath the skull. For the length sensors, we're going to tilt our heads back and allow the forearms to catch the head and relax the muscles by letting the head rest in your forearms. Now your muscles are going to be nice and soft there, and you can place the gun on. Again, very little pressure. We're talking about maybe 1 pound to 2 pounds of weight, if that. Move it up a little bit. Stay relaxed in those muscles. And again, we're staying below 2 to 3 fingers here now. When we're tilted back, we want about 2 fingers below the skull below the bottom of the skull.